So one of the questions that we've gotten as we talk about this is people who have concerns about how we're going to deal with having, potentially 500 or 1,000 investors on our cap table.
No, it's not a question. People tell us that we're insane because we're going to have thousands of people in our cap table.
And the first thing that always comes to our mind is like, okay, you don't really understand that it's not 1,000 people that we have to deal with. It's 1,000 people who are on our team who are going out and telling our story for us and helping get the word out about our products, what we're doing, and why we're doing it. We no longer live in a world where companies have the luxury of communicating one way with their customers. So, it's got to be a conversation. That's what people in the marketplace want now. They want to be able to offer input and feedback into the brands that they love so that they can love them even more. And so for us, it's an incredible opportunity to really just deepen and expand our customer base, our relationship with them, and the loyalty that they have with us. And so,
well, the other thing, people make that complaint because what they're worried about is that somebody who's invested $100 is going to sue you and ruin your company. We took what's the word I'm looking for? We took care of that. I don't know why that was so hard to say. So what we have, to the extent that we can, we divided the investment pool into two groups. So people who invest a smaller amount, they get non-voting stock. People who invest larger amounts get voting stock. And so the cap table from a practical standpoint is really not different than if you've done a couple of rounds or if you got a few angels or whatever it is. And as Elena was saying, the bigger picture though is that what you have is not an oversized cap table, but you have an army of evangelists.
And it actually gives you really good frontline data because, as you know, part of our goal is to have ongoing communication with our investors so we can let them know what's going on, but so we can also find out what their concerns are. And by structuring that, it gives us immediate insight into the things that we need to know that we may not get as directly if we were just getting a little bit through customer service here and there. But by inviting our investor customers in to tell us what their concerns are, what they want to see, to us that's an incredibly valuable tool. So, so we don't consider it
burden or problem.
Yeah, exactly. It's an asset that we fully plan to use to really help us grow.
Well, this goes back to the branding thing. In companies like ours, a consumer product company, look, shoes, once someone sees a shoe, it's out there, it's copyable, it's not, you can't really protect things in a powerful way. The only thing that you have that you really own is the relationship you have with your customers. And we see this as a massive asset. Frankly, if we're going to have some liquidity event, it's only going to be with a company or partner or someone who gets that this is an asset. Anyone who says this is a problem, we don't want to deal with them. They don't understand our business. They don't understand what's happening in the market right now. Right. They don't understand the internet. They don't understand millennials. There's a lot of things that's just an antiquated way of thinking about investors and cap tables and the relationship you have and the value thereof.